Well, howdy and welcome to Tansson TV Plus. I'm Brandon.
And I'm Mom.
Thank you so much for joining us here today.
Yep, thank you for joining with us again.
As you know, we always love doing this. And Mom, how is your Saturday going?
Brandon, my Saturday's going fine. Let's see, are you ready to talk about another TV show, Brandon?
I sure am.
All right, today, guys, we're going to talk about Star Search.
So yes, we're speaking about the most recent revival of it from 2026, and we're doing things a little bit different and speaking about the series as a whole, not necessarily any specific episode per se.
Yes, Star Search has just started coming on again. As Brandon said, it's a revival. And so, um, and so I've been watching it and until Brandon said, I think we need to talk about this. But anyway, Netflix is airing these episodes for a short time period. And then each week there are two contestants in specific categories that compete against each other. Some of the categories are junior variety, junior singing, comedy, adult dancing. It's just a variety of different things. And so I've been kind of amused by this, and it's kind of kept me going for the last 3 to 4 weeks for something new to watch. So I thought we'd take a chance to just talk about it a little bit.
Well, that sounds good to me.
Yes, yes, sir. And Brandon, what have your thoughts been about this?
Yeah, so first and foremost, I will preface this, as I've said numerous times before, and I will say again, there's always a lot of things on our to watch list in terms of TV. We've spoken about lots of shows on this channel and beforehand, from sitcoms to dramas and all that sort, soap operas, you name it. All that to say, those typically speaking, anything reality or game show, I'm not really watching per se, but I will admit that I've been quite amused with Star Search thus far.
Yeah, I will say I am the one who's really watching it. It comes on Tuesday and Wednesdays, and they air live from Netflix, and you're actually able to vote live online. Unfortunately, I'm not able to vote. I tried, and my TV told me no when I tried to do it. But anyway, and so I've been watching them taped later since I can't vote anyway. So I've been watching them taped later, and it's been a nice. I will say the episodes are a little longer. Some are 45 minutes, others are about an hour, 5 hour, 10 minutes. And so, but it has been nice to just watch something refreshing, to see some new talent out there. I've enjoyed the way that they've had the judges actually judge the groups. The judges this year are Sarah Michelle Gellar, we have Chrissy Teigen, and then we have Jelly Roll. And I think they're a nice combination of people who are there judging the competition. And then Anthony Anderson is hosting the competition itself. And so, altogether, it's just been kind of a pleasant watch.
Yes, and I will note too, something that I've enjoyed about this is how it's able to take like a little bit of a different approach in the sense of having that live voting with using your Netflix if your TV lets you do it. That you're able to do it in real time, especially with how quick it is. I originally thought when I heard about this concept, I thought it was at least going to be about 5 minutes or so, but it doesn't always seem to even be that case.
Yeah, they claim that you have 1 minute to vote. So I guess here and there, roughly about a minute to vote. But within the 5 minutes that they actually speak about each person who has performed, that time has elapsed, of course, for the voting to take place.
Yes, and for the most part, from what we have watched anyway, is we've largely seen it uh, after the fact, and so they do some light editing at least from what we've seen to block out, I guess, the voting screen and tells you when to tune in for the next airing.
Yes. And then I will say I'm kind of interested to see how they're going to pick the ultimate winner. They claim that there's just going to be one winner who wins whatever the amount is. I can't remember, but there's only going to be one winner, and they have at least 8 acts, I think. So it'll be interesting to see how they kind of narrow that down from 8 down to the winner, which will be just in I think about a month or so, if not less time than that.
So yeah, so definitely the clock is running on that. But I overall like the time that they're able to give for each contestant and category, and that they're able to not just give us a 3 hour long episode, but instead split it up per week and have different categories that we're looking forward to. Mama, is there any category that you have been leaning towards one or the other? Anything that you like or don't care for?
I like the magicians, and so I've been watching for the adult and the young people. I've really liked watching the magicians. I've also liked the singing also.
Yeah, and for me, I've really liked the youth categories. I have enjoyed it, and I hate to say that I look forward to the next episodes, not because, again, there's anything wrong, more so that I just don't watch a lot of reality television, but I do look forward to seeing it as it continues on, and I believe it did say that it's about 5 weeks that they host this, and so I really just kind of cut up over the last week and a half or so, and so I do look forward to sort of continuing to see it out and see overall how they end up continuing and finishing out the season.
Yeah, same here, Brandon. And so, first of all, do we have any connections here?
So we have one connection at least that we are aware of.
Yes, and that's Anthony Anderson because he was on Blackish, which we have spoken about previously.
So yeah, so that is our big connection for this, and now he's hosting. I will say we've seen him host a few different things that we haven't discussed yet on the channel, such as the latest iteration to Tell the Truth, and I do think he's a really good host.
Yep, same here. I agree too. Though I will say, Mama is not on the Star Search.
Well, maybe she'll be in the finale. You never know.
Yep, that's true too. Could be. All right. Oh, go ahead. Is there anything else you'd like to discuss, Brandon?
No, I will say at the very least, at the end of that first episode, he did at least give a shout out to Mama.
Yeah, I think he's given a shout out to his mother on almost all of them. I think so. But yes, and so anything else, Brandon?
Well, I did want to say something I was curious about heading into this because this is technically the third iteration of the series or the franchise, depending on how you want to look at it. So it originally aired in syndication from 1983 to 95, then on CBS 2003 to 4, and now it's on Netflix. And so while I'm not 100% familiar as to like the changes that may have occurred in each of the iterations, I like that it's able to bend the rules a little bit in the sense of we've never known Netflix to be doing live productions, so it's kind of fun to see this change. Maybe they'll do some more creative productions, like maybe like I don't know, like talk shows or maybe even a soap opera in the future. You never know what Netflix can manage to do. But all that to say though is I was looking forward to seeing in this third iteration would they pay homage to the original iterations, and thus far it's sort of.
Yeah, they have. They have reflected a little bit on the original Star Search. They have talked about some of the people who were on Star Search previously. They've even had one or two, at least one that I know of, but I think they've done another one. Someone who was on the show originally come back, Sarah Michelle Gellar. They made a point initially to ask her the question about Star Search. Apparently, she auditioned for it years ago. She was not on it, but they did. She did talk about that on the episode too, and so they are doing a little bit of reflection back to the original show.
So yes, so it definitely seems like they're sort of acknowledging at least the history of it, but in the same regard, they're not like really dwelling on it or even making any real significant notes other than saying, "Yeah, it's here. It has a legacy. We're moving on."
Yes, that's true. They are. All right. Well, let us know below. Are you guys watching Star Search? What are your thoughts? Who are your favorite people on there? All right. And we thank everybody for watching today.
And we look forward to seeing you next time.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't rate it for y'all. I like to rate everything 1 to 5, 5 being the highest. I gave this a 4. Your thoughts, Brandon?
Yeah, I would agree. 4 stars.
4 stars. All right, everybody. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time. Have a great day.
Take care.